Now that Ron DeSantis has thrown his name into the race for the President of the United States, things have shifted into a new phase for the Republican primary. After many months, if not years, of speculation, he has finally made the announcement to Trump's dismay. With the first primaries kicking off in just a small handful of months, we will see a lot of excitement across the board on our journey to the Republican Party nomination. In regards to how this will affect the race, I want to look at why people could be interested in voting for Trump, and also why people could be interested in voting for Ron DeSantis. Starting with Trump, his voters will vote for him for several reasons. For one, he is the founder and king of MAGA. He is seen as the patriarch of the Republican Party, so many believe that it is his place to be back in the Oval Office. Trump's base is very loyal, so they will be hard to shake off. They are on the Trump train and will ride it for as long as they can. They want Trump to continue his story and finish what he started. People view Trump as a good president, despite what many believe to be his faults with his communication style. This may not be true for Democrats, but independents generally understand that he was beneficial for the economy and putting money into their pockets. Now that Trump can run again against Biden, the public can more easily compare their records, since we now have lived through presidential administrations from both. Trump's record on essentially every issue beats out Biden's, unless you believe that being woke is the ideal. DeSantis voters see him as the best alternative to Trump. Most also like Trump, but think that he is not as electable in the general because of all the commotion that seems to follow him wherever he goes. Also, Trump has lost to Biden already and does not seem likely to pick up a lot of votes that he could not get in the 2020 race. DeSantis voters may believe that Trump was the right person at the right time for 2016, but after the 2020 and midterm of 2022 elections, their sentiment is that it is time to move on to somebody new. This is where Ron DeSantis' opportunity arises. He brings in a younger face to the party, which will look especially obvious when placed up against Biden. He will also be quick with his answers and even carry on the MAGA message, but with more of a widely digestible presentation than Trump. MAGA policies can be very popular, but their popularity is tied to who is delivering them. If those who oppose Trump associate MAGA policies with him, they are more likely to dislike these policies. But if they associate the policies with a politician they take more kindly to, they will be more likely to approve of these policies. Looking at his experience, DeSantis has shown that he can lead from an executive role. While governor of Florida, he has been an authoritative presence and has set the example. He also steps out of the mold of the go along to get along Republican that hesitates to go against the grain of the left. He has shown repeatedly over the past several years that he will stay principled and appropriately take on a fight that is thrown his way. At this point, Trump's lead is very large. Poll after poll, he has shown that he is the Republicans' #1 pick for the primary thus far. DeSantis has shown to be a solid #2, but he is still a good bit behind. With that being said, we have to consider the fact that this is all prior to his announcing of his candidacy. Unless anything major happens, which could happen because of all of Trump's ongoing legal problems, whether or not you deem them as legitimate, Trump will likely hold on to his top position, as long as the primary field is diluted by many candidates. If the option for the Trump alternative is 10 or so people, the candidates will be splitting that vote. Due to Trump's popularity, there's only room for one. A lot of candidates are running for reasons that do not include actually being the president. Reasons such as getting notoriety, marketing their book, a tongue-in-cheek campaign for a spot in the Trump administration, or even furthering their message. As candidates drop out after the debates or initial primaries, I can see many of their voters transitioning to other non-Trump voters. This is because they are drawn to a non-Trump option because they are seeking to avoid a Trump nomination. Trump currently holds 56% of the vote in the polling, so even if all non-Trump primary voters go for DeSantis, he will still hold the lead. This will grant Trump a solid 10-point advantage, but as things tighten and get more serious, as people actually have to enter the ballot box and make a decision, I would not consider it unmanageable for Ron DeSantis to jump this gap. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share the video. This is the Agency of Influence.